Hey everyone, it's JD, and this is the Figure Pop Claire channel. Today we're going to do a little quick breakdown of the new trailer for Ghostbusters Frozen Empire, coming out March 22nd. So let's just drop the trailer right now. And as the trailer goes on, we'll kind of stop for a sec. We'll talk a little bit about what we see, what's going on, and we'll go from there.
I've been waiting 40 years for this. They called themselves Ghostbusters. According to these hacks, they saved the world. No eyewitnesses.
So right off the bat, when you're watching this trailer, what I've noticed is that in the Ghostbuster franchise, for some reason, nobody ever remembers the Ghostbusters. And that's evident by this comment, which we'll learn is from Walter Peck, the villain, the human villain from the series. Um, how nobody remembers them. They think they're a joke, the Ghostbusters. It's very strange because, in the first movie, they had a giant marshmallow man come through New York City. And the second movie, the Statue of Liberty walked through the city. The third movie, we were not in New York City. We were in a farm, some ghosts. So it's kind of far away. But it's so weird that even in the first two movies between 1984 and 1989, like everybody just forgot who the Ghostbusters were. You would think people would remember an event like that happening. But I digress. All right. I love the tie-ins right here. This is a nice little nod to the original movies with the whole scene with Dan Aykroyd and Ernie Hudson talking about the end of days and everything like that, kind of alluding to Gozer's return. I love the little bit of nostalgia they have in these scenes. And I'm not mistaken, these are the only nostalgia scenes here. All right. I knew it. We were getting Walter Peck back here in the movie. Walter Peck was actually the main bad guy, the EPA advisor in the original movie. He's the one that actually causes a ghost to escape at the end of the movie and cause the containment unit to overheat and overload and all that fun stuff. And he was always at odds with Bill Murray. And here in this trailer, we have him at odds with Paul Rudd. Love it. Just love it. All right, so we're getting a couple of new characters in here in the movie. We're getting some of the new actors, the comedians that were going to be part of this series, such as Patton Oswalt. It's kind of neat. I'm actually curious if they're going to keep these guys here in the movie, or they're going to be in there longer, or are they going to just be kind of brief cameos? Because we haven't heard much about them being in the movie too much, so I'm going to assume they're just cameos in the movie for right now. But I would love to have more comedians, more people in the movie who are used to more improv, because that's actually what made the original movie so good. All right, so here's our first look at the new villain. I love it. So like a lot of these movies, they do a lot of the special effects like this. Movies are overdone with CGI nowadays, but it looks like in this one, there is CGI. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of CGI in this movie because they're fighting ghosts. But I don't know, the main villain kind of looks more practical effects with mixture with the CGI. So I'm very curious how it's going to play on the movie. So let's see. All right, we got Janine Melnitz. I got her in the Ghostbusters uniform. You know what? She was in the Ghostbusters uniform in the original cartoon, so perfect to have her here now in the Ghostbusters uniform. And I love how they're combining the old Ghostbusters with the new Ghostbusters. It's fantastic. Now, I do love the fact that they are using Egon's family as the basis for this whole new franchise with Phoebe and Trevor and the mom and Richard Gruberson, Paul Rudd. And we also got Podcast and Lucky back. That's cool. So we got the whole cast back. It's awesome.
Buster makes me feel good. Makes me feel good.
So you know what? That line, the line from Ghostbusters, the one they always make fun of from the song. I love that they're actually calling it out here in the movie. It's so funny. Oh man, that's great. That's one of the new ghosts right there, Pukey. Yep. I'm going to bet that little creature right there is going to open his mouth and is going to throw out a bunch of slime. I'm calling it right now. That's why they call him Pukey. That's very interesting. So this is the interesting part right here. If you notice, the proton stream actually freezes right here on Lucky. That's very strange because I don't believe it's ever been in a setup that stream freezes. And here we have that doing it here in the scene. I wonder if they're going to try to explain it or if it's going to be movie science. And I'm like, okay. Yeah, the ghost trap, the flies, that's cool. And another ghost is actually like a dragon. It's weird. The dragon creature has shown up a lot in the poster, so I'm kind of curious if he's going to play more of an important part in the movie, like more like he's going to be the way the terror dogs are. Like Zool and Vince Cortho in the original movie. So I'm wondering if that's how he's going to play out here. And of course, we have Slimer right here at the very end of the trailer. Gotta love it. It's very interesting about Slimer here, and I'll freeze frame it right now so you can take a look. It looks a lot like Slimer from the new Ghostbusters 2016, the reboot. He has that more detail and depth and everything that Slimer had, but it does still combine a lot of the Slimer aspects from the original Ghostbusters. I don't know. I like the way he looks more now in this one. He doesn't look as transparent. He looks like actual solid mass in a way too, which is really cool. And that's pretty much everything you think about the trailer right here. If I missed anything, I love to watch little Easter eggs, kind of breakdowns of these trailers. So if there's things I missed or you guys caught that I didn't catch, go ahead and throw them down in the comments below. Looking for your guys' opinion. What are you guys thinking about Ghostbusters Frozen Empire? Are you guys excited for it? Are you guys like, I'll wait and see. I am excited. Like I said, huge Ghostbuster fan, so I can't wait to watch this when it comes out on March 22nd. But yeah, I can't wait to see the movie. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to, because this is actually probably the first Ghostbuster movie in a while that actually feels like a Ghostbuster movie, if you know what I mean. I know that the writers have all talked about they took inspiration from the cartoon series, which is amazing. J. Michael Straczynski for a lot of the original Ghostbusters episodes. So, heck, if they're taking inspiration from the cartoon series, that's perfect. We have that vibe. The movie doesn't seem like it's going to feed too much on nostalgia. Yes, we're going to have mini puffs and probably some callbacks to the original series. That's fine. Little callbacks here and there is okay. Just don't go overboard. That's probably one of my main gripes with Afterlife is that they do too much callbacks. It felt like they were just trying to throw in as many Easter eggs to the original Ghostbusters. Why not tone it down a little bit? I think this is going to be a fun ride, and I'm actually very excited for where this is going. And I hope this does spawn more Ghostbuster movies. I want to see more from this cast. I want to see other Ghostbuster teams out there. When are we going to get our untitled Ghostbuster film starring Chris Pratt and Channing Tatum? When are we going to get that? Side note, that was a rumor a long time ago during the 2016 debacle. That was a rumor of a cast. I believe Paul Rudd was also in the cast. There was some talk of Seth Rogen in a cast at one time. It's crazy to think about. That's a whole crazy storyline. I'll share that another day. But that's pretty much all I got for today. Let me know in the comment section down below whether or not you're excited for see Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. And I'll talk to you next time.
That concludes a Figgy Pop transmission.